Welcome to MelanatedMagikTV, and I'm your host, Jessica X. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I want to start out by, just discussing the long history of America and the history of making a black man the boogeyman and lynching them. Ever since the inception of this country, black people as a whole have been sold into some form of slavery, beaten, killed, discriminated against, never had a fair chance. We've been told to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But how can you pull yourself up by the bootstraps if you don't even have boots to put on, let alone socks? This country has never, ever built itself up without the help or assistance of black people. I'm talking about foundation black Americans, or what you can call American descendants of slaves. Slavery. This country has always used the white woman to target the black man or black kids, black women too. This country is known for lynching black people. Always has, always will. Just look at our Constitution. In the 13th Amendment, it says slavery can be used as a form of punishment if you break a crime, if you break a law, if you commit a crime. So, starting back in, I want to say the early 1990s. I was young then. I was born in 88. This little, whole thing about going after Michael. But Michael I get what he was trying to do. Help kids. He didn't have a childhood. So he, with all his money he had, he would try to, do for kids who needed this or was sick or whatnot. He did a lot for children, but his mistake was having white people around him and having them around him, them leaving their kids. And I do not believe at all that Michael abused any kid. And some people will say, well, would you leave your kids with Michael? Yes, I would. If he was still alive and I knew him, I sure would. You want to know why? I'm show you why. The FBI came out December 22nd, 2009 and released files. And it said there was no scrap of evidence that Michael did any wrongdoing, committing any crime. I've looked through all 333 documents, some of which shows that he was being blackmailed, all type of stuff. Michael not once laid his hand on a child inappropriately. Given, it seemed a little weird that he had kids around all the time, but that's what caregivers do. We take care of kids. We help kids, help anyone in need. Anyone, any and everyone. We'll try to. But that was his downfall. He's a black man in America helping kids. And some people do molest kids. We see it all the time in the news. And a lot of times they'll use their position or title or whatever it may be to get access to kids. But in this case, not Michael. Michael didn't once molest kids. But I found this article and I found this very strange. Very, very strange. But you know what? I feel like this was the plan all along. To change laws so that they can be able to continue to lynch you even when you're dead. So I'm going to read this article I found on Star Daily. Michael Jackson's accusers, Wade, and I'm going to call him Robert Mann, and James Safecheck from Leaving Neverland fraudumentary, now can sue the pop star's companies. Wade and Safechuck giving Harlan account, which are fake accounts, in an award-winning documentary, fraudomentary, about how they were abused by the king of pop. Both men claim Jackson befriended them before abusing them from the ages of 7 for Robertson and 10 for Safe Check in the 80s and 90s. Jackson always denied the allegations before he died in 2009, and his family have branded the film as a public lynching, which that is correct. It is a public lynching. Both men have been attempting to sue Jackson's companies in 2014, but the statute of limitations meant they could not in the state of California. The statute of limitations was over. Now, however, because of a new law which came into effect on New Year's Day, means that they can now launch legal action. So now in the state of California, it is legal to go after a dead man and sue his companies. You know what this is? This is stealing wealth. That's what it is. It's stealing wealth. I don't believe at all that these two were molested. Then they got on TV with this little fraudomentary and said that they were molested, and they gave these very vivid, detailed accounts, which I would say I never watched it, but I did see a lot of reviews, and I will never watch it. Never will. Don't want to watch it. Don't have, what you want to say? I don't even have a urge to want to watch it. You want to know why? Because I don't want to. That I label that as a form of child pornography. That's what that is. A form of child pornography placed on TV. And I will never damage my ears by listening to that bullshit. Not me. America still lynching black men, lynching people in the public, from trees. Don't get me started in prison. They love making the black man a boogeyman. They love damaging your legacy. You will not leave out the industry clean at all. They'll make sure, even if you're dead, they will go after you and tarnish you. They'll literally dig up your dead body and bring you to the forefront and put you on trial. And when you're dead, you can't defend yourself. Mind you, Wade used to date Michael Jackson's niece, Brandy. And that is one of the reasons why when Wade, I want to say he was around 11, between 10 and 12. He started really bringing him around because he had a crush on Brandy. Yes, he did. And now he's going around saying that Michael touched him. And all of this started because he wasn't able to choreograph, I want to say, the event in Vegas, which his family, Michael's family, had no say-so over, that decision. Now, because he done burnt all his bridges in Hollywood, now he want to cry, "Oh, wolf, I was raped," when he said before that he wasn't touched at all. Now he's changed his story. Black America, we need to question anything that comes out in the public. Not saying that stuff like this can't happen, but what I'm saying is black women and their men have a long history of saying someone touched them when they come from this pedophilia background. They have this in their history. Go over to Europe. Look at some of these churches. Look at the things they have around. Look at some of these sculptures. They have little naked boys around these grown men. What is it? one of the little things. What is it? The 16th chapel or something like that. Google it. It's really, really old. But it's man, boy. They're the one with this history. And I don't believe at all that Michael touched them. But I do believe that this is a surefire way for them to get a check. And this fraudumentary got all types of awards. All types of awards. Let me just read off a few. And it was nominated for all types of stuff. All types of stuff. I'm looking for it really quick. Nominations. Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Picture Editing for a Nonfiction Program. And they got an award for that too. All types of stuff. And y'all want to believe this.